So today on the Kariuki podcast, we got my good friend Hershel, also known as RockRollG on Instagram.
My name is Herchell L Carrasco. I go by RockRollG. I started getting tattooed really young. My first tattoo was at 16. I met you, right? It was at the Ammo Stilo No Jumper event. Yeah. But I mean, let's talk about the 6ix9ine session, bro. Like, cause a lot of people don't know like what really went down. You know, what was on there. You know,
one of the dopest tattoo artists in LA, in the States, in the culture. And he's here now. What's up, man?
Bro. Thank you for having me, man. I'm doing good. I've been tattooing all day, so.
Yeah? What was your day like today?
Busy. A 7-hour tattoo. And, you know, this kind of, we were talking about earlier, kind of came spontaneous, you know?
Yeah. So. We've been trying to do this podcast for like a week, and then one of our mics broke, and then didn't end up happening. So here we are. We're finally here chopping it up.
Hell yeah.
And, man, bro, where the fuck do we start? We've been, like, trying not to talk so we didn't, like, say too much and shit. But just tell me, man, who's Hershel, man?
I mean, so my name is Herchell L Carrasco. I go by RockRollG. I'm a tattoo artist first and foremost. I consider myself just an all-around creative. You know, I enjoy making videos. I enjoy oldies. I love horror. But I'm just a creative person. I like just creating, you know? So.
When did that kind of stuff start for you?
As far as like being creative or a tattoo artist?
No, being creative.
As long as I could remember, you know. For me, I'm a visual person, so it started with art, drawing, and then as I got older, like I really do enjoy making videos, man. Like I remember me and my brothers, we used to have an old school like videotape type recorder, and we'd do like, you know, stunt videos. Like I remember watching, was it Spy Kids, and they'd have like you know, special effects type little things at the end. So, you know, we used to mess around, man. So it's always been in me, you know. I'm creative, so just it's always been since day one. So
where are you born? Where are you?
I'm born and raised actually here in Orange County, California. So born and raised Orange County. I consider myself from Anaheim. But yeah, Southern California. A lot of people consider me an LA artist, but you know, truly, which I am, but truly I'm Orange County repping, you know. So
well, what's the difference between, like, because the people don't know, like, there's the West Coast, the East Coast, but even in the West Coast, there's like different sides of it. You got like OC, you got LA, you got like up north. So tell me about where you're from, because I know that's a big part of like your brand and everything.
Oh, definitely. So Southern California, you know, being so close to Mexico, you know, there's a lot of like, you know, Mexican influence down here, you know, with the music, culture, you know, food, really, right? Like you come out here, it really is different. So, you know, basically we're in between LA is north of us, San Diego is south of us, so we're right in between, we're right in the middle. I feel like San Diego is really slow paced, laid back. LA is very fast paced, and then Orange County, I just feel like we're just right in the middle. We're you know, next to IE, we're like in dead set in the center, so you know, we get a little bit of everything.
It's funny because I obviously, like, the dream is to move to LA, and then like you move to LA and then you stay for a couple years, and then you like, all right, I'm gonna move outside LA, and you're like, bro, why didn't I do this shit way long ago? Like, yeah, definitely. I feel like being out here in OC, it kind of gives you more of like a peace of mind, you know?
Right, and you got to experience both, because you were in LA, now being out here, it's a different vibe, you know? But it's cool because you're still close enough, right? You're close enough, so.
Yeah, if I need to get to the city, it's there, but I still, it feels like home out here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So I want to know about Pachuco. What is that? Tell me what that means to you.
I know a lot of people don't know what that means. And it's funny because a lot of people, they'll pronounce it like Poncho Tattoo, Pikachu Tattoo. I've heard it all. So basically Pachucos are, for the people that don't know, you know, I'm Mexican American. You know, I consider myself Chicano. You know, my parents are from Mexico. But I'm born here, so it's like a Chicano is basically, you know, it's a combination of both, really. So a Pachuco is a zoot suitor. You know, this is from like the 1930s type. You know, it goes, so there's a lot of tradition, a lot of it's a lifestyle, really. So, you know, there were the zoot suitors from back in the day, and
what's a zoot suitor?
A zoot suitor, there's basically like, okay, in the 1930s, bro. Zoot suiters, they had a certain way of dressing. They were like really like flashy, like baggy type suits, you know. And at that time, you know, with the war going on, it seemed like unpatriotic. You know, they had a way of speaking. You know, the music that that was listened to, like big band. You know, I don't know if anybody's watched. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched it, but like, you know, the movie American Me. Like, you kind of it starts off with like an intro of the zoot suiters. You know, so it's an old school like lifestyle based on like, you know, certain, you know, traditions. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Like our logo, the Pachuco cross, it's been around for generations. Like grandparents have it, even grandmas have it. It's just, you know, it's a symbol that, you know, unites people, and it just represents you know, pride, loyalty, unity, respect, you know.
So it's kind of like the culture you grew up in.
Exactly. It just represents like my Mexican American upbringing, and it's kind of like, I feel like we're at a time that, traditions are dying, and like I'm trying to keep tradition alive. So that's kind of, my vision behind it. So I could have named it any other thing, but it's part of my background. I feel like, being in Southern California, and I just, I'm just trying to rep, man. I'm proud of my background, who I am. So I'm just trying to rep.
That's fire.
Thank you, man.
What, like, growing up, how would you say like you like learned that culture? Was it like something your grandfather or like your parents did and you kind of like looked up to it, or like?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely both. Okay, I'll give you an example. Like my dad, he came out here.
From where?
From Jalisco, Mexico. So that's where my family's from. We're known for basically tequila and mariachi music. So yeah, so my bloodline, we're from Jalisco, Mexico. My dad came out here when he was about 16. And my mom, came out here when she was a baby. So my mom is more like Chicana. She's got like a lot more American influence. Like I grew up speaking to my mom in English, my dad in Spanish. So it was, it's definitely a little bit of both. And that's kind of, my culture was a little bit of both, the traditional, like, certain traditions, Mexican traditions, as well as like, the new stuff out here. So I'm kind of a combination of both. So,
So like growing up, because I kind of want to dive into like, because this is your world, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
For people that don't know, like your shop is called Pachuco Tattoos, right?
Yep.
And I remember when I went there for the first time, you kind of like broke it down, and it kind of like, it made me understand you a lot more, because I was like, damn, like this is somebody that like, I try to stay like super true to who I was as a kid and like grew up being, and then it's like, from someone on the outside, I just see like that's your style. But it's like, bro, you're doing the same exact thing,
Yeah.
So like, how were you able to kind of take that and bring it into your tattooing? Because like, it's one thing to like create a brand, but it's another thing to like take a piece of who you are, you know what I'm saying, and take it and mold it along the way with you as you grow a business and as you transform as a person. So like, what was that process like for you?
I mean, the process just came, I feel like, real natural, because like I've learned that in the past I was like really trying to figure out who I was, and I just learned to just try to be as true to myself as possible. So it's just, I feel like it just came naturally, like the things that I show, like even like on TikTok, for example, like I'm building like a community of like oldie lovers, so like, bro, like I really grew up on oldies and funk and soul and like rock and roll. The RockRollG, I've mentioned it before, that's actually Rock and Roll Gangster. That's actually from a song, you know what I mean?
That's fire. I didn't know that's where that came from.
Yeah, bro, definitely. Yeah, my handle RockRollG is from Rock and Roll Gangster, so it's a song. So oldies for me, it's just it's music for the soul. Like I love hip hop, don't get me wrong, and a lot of people, they're not into the new stuff. Like me, I'm all over the place, bro. Like I grew up on oldies, funk, again, all doo-wops. Yeah. So it's just me, bro, and it's just I'm learning that there's a lot of people that share the same love and the things that I like, and that also goes with like for example, like the music kind of goes with like the lowrider culture, and out here in California, that's a big thing, you know. So
it's funny, we just went to our first like street takeover.
Okay,
bro, that shit was insane. Like I've seen one of my homies, Chris. He owns a Pink Flamingo.
Oh, okay.
Bro, he's tried to put me onto this shit. Like, he goes out and he films these crazy ass videos of these like takeovers. They shut down the intersection, and it's just like, I see a lot of that LA culture just come out, and it's sick to like be a part of that, especially when you're not from LA. Like there's a lot of places you can't go and just be a part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? And like that was one of the things that you just can, and that's why I like LA. I feel like a lot of people move here because it's like everyone's trying to just find something or like make them something of themselves, and like you kind of like connect through that.
Yeah, I know. And the cool thing about LA and out here is like there's something for everybody, whatever you're into,
literally
there is
you can find, there's so many different people and so many just like weird niches, and just like there's no room to like judge people, and like you can really do whatever the fuck you want out here. Definitely. So what was your tattooing start like? How did you even move into that world from just being a creative kid?
I started getting tattooed really young. My first tattoo was at 16. So actually, let's take that back even further. I had an uncle. He did a lot of prison time, and like he learned how to tattoo like in prison. And so I grew up with like my uncle tattooing out of my mom's kitchen. So I watched him tattoo when I was a kid. That never crossed my mind that I would tattoo. For me, I always drew as long as I could remember, and as I got older, 16, I get tattooed, and it's just one of those things where I'm like, okay, I could do this too, and little by little, I picked it up. I invested in equipment just as a way to start extra money. I moved out of my mom's house really young, and originally tattooing, it just started as like a way to make extra money right now, just a sort of thing. So
do you think subconsciously seeing you said your uncle? Do you think subconsciously like seeing him tattoo all the time just like made you have a little interest or something? Like, do you feel like that did something to you?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, subconsciously, yes. Especially because he was, like artist wise, he was somebody that I looked up to. I always seeked his approval. So yeah, 100%. I could definitely see that. So
right now has been a cool time period for me because I've been like finding the inspiration behind a lot of the stuff I do. Just like I've just had a lot more time to just like reflect on like life and shit.
Definitely.
And I've been seeing like, damn, like I wonder if this is why I do that, and I wonder if this, like I never even thought of that, but it's so like clear and right in front of you,
Yeah.
I want to hear your journey, man. That's what this podcast is for, is like just really telling people stories and just letting people give someone advice on how to, come up. It's like, look, this is how I came up. Now you take whatever you see from my story and apply it to you. So like, what's your story? Like, how did shit happen for you?
I was thinking about this recently. I had a conversation with one of my clients, and I realized, how you're looking back at life. Like I realized, bro, that my parents split up when I was really young. So I remember my mom, she used to work, multiple jobs. I used to see her always tired. So for me, a lot of my grind starts from like, being raised by a single mom, looking back at it, it didn't seem like it. We didn't have much, but like, struggling single mom. But looking back at it, I could see that now. So it didn't really feel like it. But, looking back and watching my mom always working hard for us, that made me want to grow up. I wanted to work, and I wanted to be older so I could work and I could help my mom. So originally, that's like something significant I feel like in my life, watching my mom hustle when I was a kid, that did something to me, so it doesn't matter what I was gonna do in life, tattooing, anything else, bro, whatever I was gonna do, I was just gonna, I'm relentless, I just can't stop but work, and it could be a gift and a curse, but it's affecting all my relationships, man. And it's like, I feel like it's taken a life of its own, and I'm just on the ride, man. I am how I am. So
what percent of like gut and what percent like intention do you feel like you like go off of now, if that makes sense? Like, do you kind of just like how you just said you're just here for the ride now? Like, are you at a point now where you feel like you just let things happen and they come to you, or are you like, I'm on a mission, this is where I'm trying to get to?
I'm still on a mission, man. 100%. Yeah. Just focus on that vision and just don't stop. If you go back to a lot of my content, a lot of my stuff, bro, it's the same stuff. It's the same type of stuff. I've been putting out promo videos with the oldies, like all that, bro. I have a 10, 11-year-old video. So it's the same stuff, the same formula. It's just, I feel like now it's like finally starting to hit, so yeah, man.
What was your, when was your like first, when would you say like the mission began, because there's that time period where it's like, I'm just doing my hobby. Then you're like, damn, I can make some bread off this. And then there's that little period of like, okay, let me take my bread serious. And then they're like, okay, I'm giving up everything else to make sure I fucking do this shit right. So like, when did that start for you?
I already know. I don't even have to think about it. So when my firstborn, I have 2 kids. So when my son was on the way, overtime, man. That set something too.
How long ago was that?
So I have an 11-year-old son and I have a 4-year-old daughter, so I've been a dad for some time now, so 100%. When I knew my son was on the way, that's 100% the time that it's fucking go time. So, what
was your thought process like what is it at that age? You're probably just like going, because I'm not ready yet, but it's starting to be a thing that I have to think about, just like, okay, like I might have to get serious just in case, like.
So I mean, okay, so at that time I was still like, I was renting an apartment and I had an extra room that I had dedicated just for tattooing, so I'm literally tattooing out of the house still. So that's when my vision came to be. It was, I want to open a tattoo shop. That was my vision. And then like 2 years after that, I opened a tattoo shop.
Where'd you open it?
City of Orange. Yeah, we started really small. It was literally, bro, this room is even double the size of my shop. So I started small. So don't be afraid to start small. A lot of people, they want to wait till it's like the right time, till they got everything together. It's like, nah, just get started. Yeah. So that's how I got started. Little shop. Hey, just keep it moving,
When you started, did you have a team or was it just you?
I had a small team. It was like 2 artists, 1 apprentice. So it was a team of 3. But I'm going on, it would be my third time that I've gotten a new shop. So I have one shop, but I'm saying we made changes 3 times. I had a 100 square foot studio, and then we did a 1,600 square foot studio, and now we're at a 14. The spot that you went to, it's 1,400 square feet. So that's like the 3rd location, bro. I've worked with a ton of artists. I've had teams, like, you know, teams of 10, 11 people, but I've learned that sometimes it's quality over quantity, man. Sometimes you need a smaller team. I forget what podcast it was, but it was like, you only need, you know, 2, 3 solid ones, bro, and you could take over the fucking world. You know what I mean? So you don't need a big team. You just need a few solid ones, and that's kind of where I'm at. You know, we're a shop right now. Fast forward to now, we're a shop of 4 artists, 1 apprentice. So just a small team, man, and it's working good for us. So
like, coming from the creative world, you know, it obviously starts as just like having fun and shit.
Got it. I know.
And then there's usually a point where you're like, fuck, man, I really have to like start learning my shit if I want to, like, you know. And obviously you said when your son was born, but what point of like actually like strategizing and being like, okay, like, because I know you work with a lot of artists. I want to get into that, but before that, like, was there any strategy going into that, or was it just like it just happened like that?
I definitely want to say it's a little bit of both, and I'll tell you why it was a little bit of both. So for a lot of years, I would actually work a full-time job or other jobs while I was tattooing. So for me, I always had backups, you know what I mean? I was always working or I always had a full-time job. So tattooing went full-time. So when did it come together? Like how you're saying, it was when I had no choice, when it was just tattooing for me. So because tattooing will always seem like, you know, something, I don't want to say extra because I was dedicated to it. You know, my focus was like, I used to work 5-6 days a week. I'm talking like, you know, my regular sales job, and I used to tattoo nights and weekends, and they went on for many years. You know, I look back at it and I missed out on a lot, you know, being a dad, you know, family time, all that. Like so yeah, I always had something to fall back on. I didn't really have to push tattooing. So for me, when I did go full-time tattooing, which now it's probably been about 7 years that I've been just making a living out of tattooing, I had to really strategize. I'm like, okay, I have certain numbers that I need to meet. I have these bills. So it's like, yeah, I definitely moved differently after that. So it was after going full time. So
when you said like you started doing tattoo full time and you were like, it's go time. This is going to be it. This is all I'm going to do. What are the things like in you that had to change? You know what I mean? Like for me, what I did was I told myself, look, I know I can get on tour with artists. I know I can shoot music videos, you know, and that was like my crutch. That was like me having these extra jobs. I was like, denied approval is going to be my thing. And so a year ago, actually from right now, I moved into my car and I was like, I'm going to live in my car, and the only money I'm going to get is going to be from denied approval t-shirts. And that's it. And so like, bro, there was weeks like just sleeping in my car where I know I can go shoot a video. I know I can go make some bread. But if the only way I'm going to get it is through denied approval shirts, I'm going to bust my fucking ass to start making these shirts. And so it was just like one thing after another. And then the Supreme video is kind of what like first got that thing. It was like, I just had to keep pushing and pushing, you know, but for me,
that was huge, bro. Yeah.
For me, it was really like almost taking a step back and being like, okay, yes, you can do that. Yes, you can do that, but we're not going to do that.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So what do you feel like people have to do? Like, what's the change? What's the shift look like?
The shift is, I mean, mentality. You're going to make things happen. It starts off with your mindset, right? You know, if you have that mind, like, you know, I have a thing where I try not to say like if, you know, it's not if, but when, you know, I talk about things, and it's really just, you know, trying to manifest your thoughts. So first, I think it starts off with mentality. You know, you have to have that mindset. Like you're going to, there's no other way. It's gonna all or nothing. Like you're gonna make it work. You know, you can't just wish and hope that things happen. It also has to be backed up with action too. So you know what I mean? It's definitely a little bit of both. You know, sometimes like in that scenario, like I had no choice but I could have done the sales job, but it was like, no, okay, this gives me more time. I have no choice but to make it. So it's really just having no choice for me. But I mean, I've always, you know, I wish there was 2 of me, man, you know? So
yeah, I was just gonna ask you, if 6 years ago you walked into your shop today and he wanted to work for you, you think you'd hire him?
100%.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
What about 10 years ago you?
Oh, 100%, bro. Because I'll tell you, my work ethic, I've had my work ethic since I worked at a KFC. It doesn't matter where I worked. I worked the same way, bro. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. I could be the best toilet cleaner, you know, the best, you know, I had to, you know, clean up shit, you know, at a KFC, you know? So it's like, bro, I did what it takes, you know? And it taught me, you know, patience too, you know what I mean? Dealing with people. So all of that. So yeah, 100%, bro. Like I've always, you know, I've always had that work ethic, bro, for sure. 100%.
I feel like you have to be, you have to at least in some way, shape or form, go through that period of like being a servant. If you really want to be like a good leader and a good, like just headstrong business owner, you know, because you're not going to know how to serve people. You're not going to know how people want to be served and what it feels like to be someone working for you. Definitely. You know, how you need to talk to someone. There's all those little things, like there's always that point of just being in the back seat. Like for me, it was like being on tour and shit. Obviously I have my own goals and shit, but I had to like film all these people, and it was cool because it brought me close enough to know it was possible, but it wasn't my time yet. You know, I couldn't reach out and grab those opportunities. So like that was my servant time, you know, putting that work in and just like learning the game, learning the rules to this shit. And then once you put your time in, that's when it's go time, you know? Definitely.
And sometimes, you know, there's going to be doors that close on us, or there's going to be opportunities that we're so hopeful for, but you know, it is, bro, timing. You touched on something that's like really important too. You know, there's missed opportunities from my past years, and I look back at it, and of course, like, it really bummed me out. It did something to me. I think it's part of, like, you know, made me who I am, but at the same time, like, I look back at it and I wasn't ready for a lot of those things, man, you know? So sometimes, you know, a door might close for you, but there's a greater one awaiting, you know? So I've been using that meme, this example where it's like, the only difference between somebody that makes, you know, that becomes successful, and I'm not even just talking money, man, you know, I'm just talking, you know, doing what you love, right? You have to just, everybody quits right before their hard work's gonna pay off. You know what I mean? That meme where it's like the dude that's digging and the gold's right there, and if he would have kept digging, he was about to hit, you know. And everybody,
that's like the best meme.
That's what I'm saying. And everybody quits right, you know, right when their work's gonna pay off. You know, you just gotta just keep it moving, man. You know. So
yeah, I was gonna say, what's your definition of success?
Yeah, you know, it's definitely not money, man. For me, I guess, you know, for me, it's you know, I truly, like, I've learned, I've been going through a lot of personal stuff, like, you know, shit, everybody is, right, this year, 2020. So I've been going through a lot of personal stuff, and you know, my world's been kind of, I'm having like the best and the worst year, man, really, you know. It's the best and the worst year. But
anything you want to talk about?
No, not necessarily, but you know, what I did, which I knew, but it definitely set it in stone, was like, bro, whenever I walk into my tattoo shop, everything like changes for me. I'm in a great mood in there. Like, I've realized like that it really is my happy place, you know. So me being what is success to you? For me, it's like, you know, I have, like, you know, for me, I have the clientele now, you know, as I mentioned a little earlier, like, I can work when I want, you know, I'm doing what I love, surrounded by music that I love. You know, I get to work with, you know, really cool people. So for me, it's like, bro, like, you know, a lot of people think I'm crazy balling, bro, and it's like, to be honest, like, I'm doing okay, you know what I mean? But I'm not, like, you know, that's not what I'm seeking, bro. Like, I like, as an artist, bro, like, I want to be remembered, man, you know. I want my art to be remembered, and I just, you know, my vision is like, bro, like, I want to have a place in the culture, man, you know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of like what I'm working towards. And now I'm more excited, like, because I feel like I'm just getting started, but like, now I feel more comfortable, like, okay, it's coming, you know what I mean? So to success, like, I feel like, again, not money, like, I'm already feeling it, man. I'm doing what I love, you know.
When you say a place in the culture, what do you mean by that?
Bro, like, I want to be like, you know, a Banksy plus Mr. Cartoon, like Ben Baller, you know what I mean? Like Ben Baller, bro. Like Ben Baller, he's a jeweler, right? You know, Johnny Dang, like, they're just brands, bro. They're jewelers. How many jewelers are there? You know what I mean? But what separates them from the rest, bro? They're getting shout outs in the music, like, they're a part of the culture, you know what I mean?
I feel like you're doing it perfectly.
Hey, thank you so much, man. But that's like really my vision. That's what I'm trying to achieve, man. But like, you know, real quick, you know, I actually wanted to touch on it. You were talking about like being homeless in the car, bro. Like, from the outside perspective, like, you're talking about the denied approval, like, in Supreme video, bro. To me, like, from the outside perspective, you guys have been doing crazy shit, even badass cool things. Cause, like, you know, let's go to when I met you, right? It was at the Amo Stilo No Jumper event, right?
Right there.
Yeah, bro. And I had to share, bro, because like when I met you, it kind of just happened, right? You're in the chair. I'm like, all right, cool. And bro, when you were telling me you had just gone off the Post Malone tour, like, I'm like inside, like, oh, I'm like, oh shit, you know, this is dope. And then, but you were so casual about it, like, oh yeah, like, I just, you know what I mean, real casual, and that stood out to me, you know what I mean? And then I got to see your stuff, and then like out of the car, like, I think I told you about the bagel video, you know, the avocado toast, you know, those things to me, like, I look back, bro, and I just, like, it was real personal. And I like how, you guys like show like real raw truth, man. And a lot of people they're nervous and they don't want to show the truths, you know. And I take inspiration from that too, because it's like I want to show the real me too, you know what I mean? So
100%.
sometimes, so that's, you know, again, I pull inspiration from those types of things, and I'm just trying to present myself as genuine as I can, you know?
Yeah,
so.
I feel like you don't have to, but you have to, man. Like there's the cool thing about what I fell in love with the culture originally, like when I really got into it, was like 2015, 2016 was when Instagram and SoundCloud like first started becoming like a real thing. And it was like all these like people like that were just doing completely whatever they wanted, like weird as can be, you know, just started doing them, and the internet gave them like a platform, you know. And I was like, yo, that's me. Like I've been doing this video shit, no one's fucking understood it. Like I'm gonna use the internet to give myself a lane, you
100%.
know? And so I feel like to do that and to do it honestly and truthfully, you can't keep up with the lies and the fake shit, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's gonna slip up, and then you see it now, like artists pop off and then they have 2 years and then boom boom boom, it's all over with.
Yep.
You know
quick,
what I mean,
bro? It's so quick. Yeah, you gotta build that foundation, man.
I really feel like it comes down to that, because when at the end of the day, man, like I'm not up money wise, but I'm respected, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing that's more valuable to me. Like
exactly, bro.
Fuck the cloud shit.
And money don't impress me either, too, man. You know, I see a lot of people falling around people, you know, just because of the money and stuff, man. But it's like, it's not real, bro. Those relationships, those friendships, it's not real, man. You know. So, and like what we were talking earlier, you know, bro, really, you know, about relationships. That's all that I'm doing, man. I'm really, my clients, it's all relationships, bro. So
how do you feel like you go about choosing your work when you like didn't have to? I mean, when you needed the money and shit, versus now where you're kind of more better off and you can pick and choose what you do. Like how has that been? What's the difference like now?
It's definitely, you know, if it doesn't feel as much like work, I guess, because in the past, bro, it's like you have your deadlines, you got to pay rent, you know, so it's like you have to do the work so you can take care of the bills, you know. And so yeah, you know, especially, you know, not to mention, like, you know, in the past, like a lot of people don't touch on it, but like, you know, a lot of the sacrifices, a lot of the things that I've done, bro, to get me to, you know, where I am as of right now, you know, I've done things that like I feel like a lot of people wouldn't do, or you know, somebody would have an ego to do that, you know. And it's like, bro, the sacrifices, it's even more stressful when it's like I have rent due tomorrow. I'm doing like this basic like sponsored session, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna make any money that night, but you know, I'm gonna gain all these other opportunities that money can't buy. And I understood that, okay, it's a sacrifice just for that day, that night, you know what I mean? But I think long term, you know. So it's like, okay, I could have made whatever X amount of dollars that night, but okay, let me do this on some love and build a real relationship, make a real connection, and then long term, bro, that's a greater return, you know what I mean? So
especially those ones are the ones that, like, you know, then the next month when you same thing, you're trying to figure out rent, and because you did that, someone's like, hey, pull up to the crib, do these and you're like, I can't, how did I figure it out? And it's like, 'cause you just kept going, you set up these little opportunities, you don't even know it, but just by being a good person and putting in good work, you're setting up shit to come back for you in the future, you know?
Definitely, man. So
there's shit that happens to me like randomly that I'm just like, bro, I could have never planned that. I could have never expected or set that up. You know what I mean? It just honestly was on some like good energy shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Everything happens for a reason, man. So it was meant to happen, you know?
Yeah. So. That was a big like help to me sneaking into all these concerts.
Yeah, bro. I seen that, right? Yeah.
It was just like, there was always someone that like either like I shot a fucking free video for them one time, or I did something for them somehow, and they would just be like, see me and be like, oh, it's good.
That's dope.
And just like help me out and be like, all right, I'll walk you to here. Fuck it. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what it's about, man.
And in just that, like, I feel like if I didn't put in all that extra free work, like, I don't think I would have been able to get the little opportunities I did that made me who I am.
Definitely. And you know, I know, again, a lot of people have this mentality, oh, I won't, you know, work for free. And I respect that too. You know, there's nothing wrong with that either, you know, but yeah, bro, sometimes like it's definitely you know, it's more valuable than money sometimes, bro. The money will come, bro, right? You chase your dreams, the money will follow, you know, so everything else will follow. So
where do you draw the line? I feel like I talk a lot about just like, put in the work, but like, you know,
I can tell you already. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, so I get it, you know, so, you know, we're talking, okay, I'm gonna work with a big person, you know, you know, for me, if there was a real connection there and there was like a real vibe, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, you know, I never expect anything either. That's another thing too, you know, then you're assuming, then you set yourself up for, you know, being disappointed or you know what I mean? So I never expect anything, but it's also, it's not even that. It's like not what I get out of it, but like genuinely, like, bro, like a thank you goes a long way. You know what I mean? Like, just if we were to say, man, I appreciate you, you know, like just a simple thank you for me is cool. But if it's where do you draw the line? Like, if you feel like it's straight, you know, it's not personal, like there's really no connection there, you know, it's like, you know, I don't know, I guess, I don't know, we were just talking, like I prioritize like my real people, my real relationships now, you know, so it's like if I have a cool vibe with people and, you know, they're just genuine, those are the people that I'm rocking with, so something like that.
How do you personally identify your worth?
Yeah, it's a tough, well, now it's like I know what I can, you know, average in a day, you know, like I have my site where you can see the work. So I could kind of know what I can pull off in a day. So it's like, how do you know what you're worth? And then you just figure your travel time, you know, I could come up with a number. So, you know, I can definitely do that. So
far. What's your favorite thing to do? Besides tattoo?
Besides tattooing?
Yeah.
I love festivals. I love music, man. So I go to, you know, when it's not COVID, like I'm definitely doing, I mean, I love hip hop festivals, but to be honest, I'm usually like, I'm rocking a Duran Jones and the Indications jacket. So it's like, I'm going to a lot of like old soul type, but it's new, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to like a lot of oldies concerts. Like I'm telling you, I really love the oldies, man. But concerts, festivals, I love that. You know, even bro, just going, you know, barbecues, you know, my life is really just tattooing, family, and that's really it. And doing things like this, bro, you know? Yeah, sure, it's fun, but it's still, bro, like it's real, making real connections, and it's also, you know, a little bit of work too, you know? So yeah.
How did you get into the hip hop scene, man? That's a whole, where did you start, I guess? And then we'll go from there.
So okay, so I started in Orange County. So, you know, I've been, and that's another thing too, bro. I've been busy for a long time. You know, before the internet, before all this, through word of mouth, I've been busy through word of mouth. I've been doing this a long time. So for me, it started, you know, word of mouth. I tattooed like a few like reality TV stars, skateboarders. But for hip hop, you know, I'm a real hip hop lover. So first artist, you know, it's a common question. First artist was Fora. So, you know, yours truly, Fora. He's from Orange County. He used to tattoo back in the day, so I met him through mutual friends, and in the beginning it was like a real connection. I rocked with his team a lot, you know, so he was kind of the first, like, you know, rapper that I was working on, and again, he's a local from Orange County, so we did meet and greets with them, and he really did a lot for me, man, and I appreciate that, you know. So it was like a lot of like underground like rap sort of stuff, you know. I remember doing stuff with like Hobson and Funk Volume, you know, through Fora, Dizzy Wright, you know, you know, Reverie, Self-Provoked, a lot of like the underground old school scene at the time. Reverie's killing it too, by the way, but like you know, it transitioned from like, I feel like more that underground, because Fora was still considered a little more underground at the time, you know. Now he's a little more mainstream, you know, with the features and everything, you know. But so it transitioned from that into other artists after that. It's just, and again, it's being, you know, on set. I build real relationships with people going on set for different video shoots. I remember going to like a Tyga video shoot, you know, like things like that. So just early on and connecting with people in real life, you know. Yeah. So
I remember when I met you, it was at the. I always like to tell the story how we met and shit. Yeah. So I'll let you tell your version, and then I'll tell you mine too.
Yeah, we were talking about the Ammo Stilo. Yeah. So I had already gone to the No Jumper store in the past and did a session there. So Adam hits me up. He's like, you know, Ammo Stilo's doing a pop-up. Do you mind doing it? You know, are you interested in doing it? I'm like, hell yeah, let's run it. So we ended up setting it up through Ammo Stilo, do the session, and I'm doing tattoos for Ammo Stilo's doing tattoos, like flash tattoos. And then again, you were brought in, sat down, and that's when the conversation started, you know, with the Post Malone tour and just your you know, your work and everything. Oh, and Perry was there too. Yeah, I hit up Perry. I told Perry, wait, Perry invited you.
Yeah, that's how I got there.
Yes, okay, it's all connecting now. Okay, I totally forgot that part. I hit up Perry, and then got it.
Yeah, so what I remember was, I don't know if I was living with Perry or what. If we were just hanging out or something. I can't even remember that. It was after the Post tour, so I was probably living in LA. Yeah, I think I had an apartment out here, and we were just chilling that day, and my homie Omar had told us that the Ammo Stilo was doing a pop-up, and we had met them in Philly a couple months ago, because they came to a Yachty show and tried to give Yachty some bags and stuff. So that's where I knew him from, and we linked up while I was in the city. And so Perry told me, he was like, yo, there's this pop-up, and I was like, oh, it's the same pop-up my boy told me about. So we pull up, and then Perry was getting a tattoo, and then I was like, oh shit, free tattoo? Yeah, fuck with Ammo Stilo, hell yeah. And so we just started chopping it up, and that's how we like originally met.
That was it,
And then after that, we just been cool for a minute.
Yeah, bro.
Then you did the my pop
Your
up,
pop-up, yeah.
where you did the flash tattoos, and that was so sick, bro. Because that was like even just that day, bro. It was so busy, you know, because there was so much shit going on. But like to see people stand in line for a couple hours, to get something that I created,
hell yeah,
fucking tattooed on them,
and
bro.
people were upset that they didn't even get it, you know. So you had people that wanted that, you know what I mean?
Bro,
so
that shit was so crazy to see, and you just did it for free, bro.
Yeah,
just
bro, all
off
love,
the
man.
love, man.
Yeah, all love, man.
And
of
you
course.
didn't have to do that, so
Yeah.
I always make sure to like show my appreciation, because that shit's real love, bro.
Nah, bro, it's all love. I support the vision. I told you since day one, man. So, you know, like I said, you know, if I rock with people, you know, I rock with people, man. So, I appreciate that, man. It's mutual.
Shout out to him. What was your homie's name?
George the Artist. Shout out George the Artist.
Shout out
yeah, that's
him,
my
bro.
guy. You know, he helps me. Usually he's done a lot of like runs like these, you know, off-site tattooing with me. So he's kind of like part of like my travel team, you know. So
What's your most famous tattoo? I know you got some famous ones up there.
yeah, like the most recognized tattoo. Well, bro, like a lot of people don't know. Probably the audience, you know, wouldn't even know, you know. But like, bro, the Aaron Carter thing. I don't know if you know who that is.
Of course.
That, you know, pop star. Like, and it's crazy because it's like, bro, it's the things that like you never expect. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I had no idea like it was gonna do what it did. You know. But I mean, that one's pretty. You know, especially
big.
the story behind it. Because do you know the story behind it?
I know him. I don't know
Okay.
this
So
story.
you know, a lot of people have been, you know, they say he's, you know, addicted to a lot of different things and he's just not all right, you know. So, you know, that's kind of the background at that time. People were worried about him. So anyways, I go to his house and I'm supposed to do a chest tattoo. It wasn't even supposed to be a face tattoo. So I go to his house and bro, everything was going wrong. Like the Wi-Fi wasn't working. I couldn't get, you know, the printer working. It was stressful. But so anyways, he's on live the majority of the time. He places this stencil and he originally put it like right above his eyebrow, almost like close to the center of his forehead. And he's trolling his fans. He's telling his fans, okay, I'm gonna get this face tattoo. The whole time, like, you know, I thought it was trolling. And then bro, he turns off his phone and he's like, all right, let's do it. Like he was really serious. And I'm like, what the hell, you know? So and bro, even his team were telling me like, don't try to convince him, don't do it, you know. He's a pop star, bro, like that's his face. Like I didn't want to do that to him. So long story short, like I basically talked him out of it. I moved it off to the side. But you know, it's just crazy because like I didn't expect him to get a face tat, bro. But that went crazy, you know. Like that was a big one, bro. Like, you know, I did a lot of face tattoos like that. I feel like that year, you know, actually, yeah, around that time, bro. Cause like, you know, I've done stuff like on Lil Skies, you know, 6ix9ine. I've done his face, you know, a lot of different face tattoos. So.
Blueface too. You done a lot.
Yeah,
of them, right?
Blueface. I did a Blueface tattoo.
Tell me how the fucking
Blue Girls Club. Blue Girls Club.
I need to hear about that, bro.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I was just talking to the homie over here too, and I was telling him that it wasn't as crazy as I expected it, man.
Really?
I really thought, and I went on Halloween too. I went on Halloween. Yeah.
You got spooky or no?
Nah, they weren't even. Bro. No, they weren't. But I mean, so okay, I take my boy Eli out there, right, and we go out there and I think we did 5 or 6 tattoos total, and we're just banging them out, bro. But they had other artists there. We kind of just went in there, did our thing, and thankfully there was no fights that day. I don't know if you've seen any of the episodes, bro. But
I just see it on a story. That's enough. I'm like, bro, this shit's fire.
Thankfully, it wasn't that vibe when we were there. You know, everything was pretty cool. You know, but yeah, I think their episode's gonna be dropping soon, man. But it was cool. It was a fun experience. Like, you know, they posted that shit on Shade Room. You know, like Blueface put it up, so it's like it's cool, man. Like that's why I do it. You know, and yeah, shout out to Blueface, man. That dude's he's super real, man. He's super chill. So
yeah, what do you feel like you want to do? Like I know you have your YouTube that you're starting. The TikTok is going crazy. Tell me about both of those things, because I want everyone listening to tap into that shit because it's fire.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you say like, what am I doing and stuff like that?
Yeah,
like
the YouTube. Tell me about your YouTube.
Oh, okay, YouTube. Show. Okay, so I'm running this like little, you know, the long-term vision for me has always been to have some sort of show, you know, like a behind the ink, some sort of, you know, my vision has always been to like work with celebrities and like the entertainment industry since day one, bro. I'm inspired by Mr. Cartoon. Do you know who Mr. Cartoon is?
Yeah.
He's the GOAT, bro. You know, I modeled my career after Mr. Cartoon, so you know, I have a lot of respect for him, and he's kind of like, you know, he's one of the biggest inspiration for me, you know. So for me, long term, like I'd love to have like a, you know, some sort of show, man. That's always been the vision. I've signed contracts for TV shows in the past. A lot of people don't know that. Remember those doors I was talking about, bro? I can't tell you how many times I've signed contracts to different TV shows, and just, you know, things didn't happen. And it's cool because I'm not even chasing that anymore, bro. Like things are just happening. So I'm doing this YouTube series. It's called The Hit List. Shout out to my boy OC Snaps and Greg Reckless. You know, they've been helping me with that, and it's just I'm covering different episodes, more like vlog lifestyle. I'm trying to document what I've been doing, because you know, I've been tattooing celebrities for a long time, and the reality is, bro, I've done like little mini like music video type things, but bro, I should have been vlogging. I should have been doing a lot more, but it's all good. It's never too late. I'm gonna do that now. You know,
I feel like with your content it's cool because it's like it's kind of like the fucking like denied approval of tattooing.
That's
honestly,
cool,
like I really fuck with it because it's just tapped into the culture in a different way where it's not on some like, you know, you pull up on a rapper and you give them some clothes. It's like you sit with them for multiple hours. You know, like putting something on them permanently. You talking about like where it comes from and like you get a different side of them. So like that's why 100%. I like the videos that you put out because it's like. That's what I try to do. So for me, there's not too many people that I get to watch, and I'm like, it's refreshing to see that. That's I'm like, cool, damn, man, this is fire as fuck.
Hell yeah, no, that's cool, bro. But real quick, you know, like also shout out to Vertical Networks. I'm working on some some shows with them too. You know, it's Brother HQ, and I've been shooting like you know, different content with them, and as of right now, like we're planning some pretty cool projects, man. You know, so I might be doing more projects with them too. You know, so keep an eye out for that content.
Tell me about your TikTok.
Bro,
shit's going crazy on
TikTok. It's crazy, man. It's crazy with TikTok. So TikTok, I really just started it as like an experimental app. Like I didn't even want, you know, people that I knew to even like follow me on there. It was just one of those things where, you know, it was like I felt like people didn't really know me on there, so I could really be myself and also do content that I wouldn't even normally would post on Instagram. So it's like I really just started showing me really, you know, the things that I love, and again, it attracts people that are into the things that you like also. So it just started as an experimental app. Like I tried different sort of content, and it's like just taking a life of its own too, you know. And it's just I think the difference between TikTok and any other app that I use right now is I'm not doing it for like really I'm not for the likes or for the look. Like really, bro, I'm just having fun with TikTok. That's the only difference, bro. I literally am just having fun on it, you know.
I feel like being on TikTok has kind of like shown me like my ego in a way. I see. It's like why wouldn't I do this on Instagram? Why wouldn't I do this on Twitter? Like, bro, you know what I mean? It's like this is what's working. Like my ego and my whatever's in my head that is stopping me from doing this literally has been stopping me from winning. You know what I'm saying? And it's it's been cool to like just have a fresh canvas of like 0 followers. No one expects me to be doing anything. No one thinks I'm up or I have to worry about am I moving steps down in my career. It's a fucking app. Definitely. And that's how I feel like we have to think about it. And I've been trying to just redesign the way I think about a lot of stuff, because we have these borders that we put up of like, this is who I am, this is who everyone knows me as, you know, like I gotta make sure it's like, bro, fuck that. If you're yourself, man, you don't have to worry about that. You know, you can change in this and that, and it's a part of you and you're growing, you know. 100%. I feel like that's something that probably even held me back, I'd say, is just trying to be this thing that I think of myself, and it's like, fuck all that shit, man. Honestly.
Yeah, sometimes, like, you know, it's crazy, like the things that, again, you know, the things that you never expect to hit are the things that hit, you know. It's always like, you know, I can't tell you how many times like I posted a video and I was like, I'm gonna take this down, and I just let it ride, and you know, all right, it gets views, you know. So it's like, okay, you know. So
I feel that. The other day I posted a TikTok of me doing pull-ups, and like
I seen that, bro. Hell yeah.
And bro, I was like, this is something I would never ever post just because I'm overweight, and it's not something I would want to post, you know. And so it's like that shit blew up, and I was like, it got me to really start working out, and I've lost a bunch of weight since then, and it's like,
hell yeah, bro. And I could tell the difference, bro. Like, you look a lot healthier, man. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, definitely.
But even just something like that, I'm like,
it's accountability right there too. It's like, okay, they're seeing the progress, like I gotta keep up with this progress, you know what I mean? So
I think TikTok for me has been just like a cool way to like kind of find myself, you know. It's like I'm able to make a fan base off of like what I actually love to do, who I am. And it's just like, it's fun, man.
And here's the thing too. Okay, bro, a lot of people use, and there's different demographics for all social media, right? You know, so I always tell people, like, for example, Facebook, bro, that's like the app where my grandma's on there, my aunt's on there, my tias, you know, my family. Exactly. You know, it's like an older demographic, you know. Instagram, it's kind of a little bit of everything on there. So with like, okay, and it's Instagram, for example, it's been around a long time. You know, if you notice, bro, everybody, like, engagement's down now. Like, unless you're popping, like, that's kind of where, like, it's favored too, you know what I mean? If you're brand new, starting from
scratch, you're like going up,
it's hard, bro. You can do it, you can do anything, but it's not gonna be as easy. TikTok, for example, bro, it's a whole new world. It's a wild west out there, bro. You know what I mean? It's so new that there's a lot of opportunities there, bro, and people aren't taking advantage, because sooner or later algorithms are always changing, right? They're constantly changing. So right now, that's like it could be almost any.
The floodgates are open right now.
Man of the year, Dogface, right? Okay, bro, like look at what he was doing, and I've been watching this dude since I started. You know, I'm on my second TikTok. My first one got deleted. I almost didn't even start my second account, bro. Yeah, it was crazy. So I remember seeing him like back then. So it's like you could be, you know, a dude that's working at a warehouse like doing dance videos and just be the fucking, you know what I mean, the most viral thing this year. And that's kind of what it is with TikTok, bro. And I'm seeing like, you know, a lot of people aren't joining it, and again, they assume it's an app for little kids. But the thing is,
you don't have to do the dances. That's the biggest misconception
100%,
of TikTok.
100%.
The dances are, you know, what marketed it to get all the kids on it and to influence the whole wave, but it's not. It's like Instagram used to be a photography app.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, you have to have something so you can start it and build it, but then it begins to take a life of its own, and because we are who we are, we're taking it where we want it, you know.
Exactly. You make it what you want it to be, you know what I mean? 100%.
And that's what everyone listening to this, if you're a creator, if you're anything, you need to get on it.
Keep posting too, you know. Everybody starts it and they don't continue. Keep posting.
I think that's something I'm gonna kind of focus on too, is just like keep building up the TikTok.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like now it's a part of like my weekly schedule, you know. I have like, you know, the whiteboards that you have too, and I'll write, bro, like video ideas and things like that, you know. And again, you can plan for it, but sometimes like those spur of the moment TikToks again are the ones that hit. So you know, but it is time consuming, and I get it. A lot of people don't have the time for it, you know. But if you have a brand, or if you have, you know, something that you're trying to present to the world, you know, like you kind of have to, man. You could do it, I get it, there's other ways around it, but it's definitely more advantageous if you definitely take advantage of it. And I'll also say too, bro, okay, so I've only had my TikTok for, I don't know, 9 months now, my new one, you know. Bro, like, you know, especially out here locally in Orange County, you know, people show me love out in public and stuff like that, but bro, like now I'm hearing it's not like Instagram anymore. Everybody's like showing me, you're the tattoo artist from TikTok, you know. And it's not even little kids, I'm talking full grown dads, you know what I mean, older than me, you know, people, demographics that you wouldn't even expect are on TikTok. It's all, you know what I mean. So it's like, I'm, you know, it's really you really are reaching people, because, you know, I was seeing, you know, whatever video here, 1 million views here, you know, 2 million, 500K, you know, you see those numbers, but I mean, from my perspective, they don't really seem real to me. It's like, is it really hitting that? Or, you know what I mean? But it's like, again, when you start seeing it in real life, people actually showing you love in real life, like things like that. Like, bro, at the gas station before I got here, you know, the dude's like, hey man, your shit's from TikTok, right? You know, like literally where I stopped to pick up the snacks. So it's like, you know, it's really like,
it's like these little trophies of like, just keep doing what you're doing, man.
It just tells me like, okay, you know, like I really am reaching, because sometimes you feel like people aren't really watching, you know what I mean? Or you feel, you know, that people aren't seeing your vision and things like that.
The things that you're doing aren't getting the credit they deserve or whatever.
Exactly, bro, you know. But you know, little things like that for me personally, it just kind of tells me, okay, cool, like the hard work, like, you know, it is like slowly starting to pay off. So
how is the coronavirus and shit been affecting you?
So it has been tough, because, you know, tattooing, we were closed, we were allowed to reopen, and then we're closed again. So tattooing as an industry, like a lot of people, you know, have been struggling. You know, we're in the same industry as, you know, like, you know, beauty, you know, so microdermabrasion, you know, things like that. So it has affected us, you know, because we haven't been able to work. You know, I haven't been working. I've been working a fraction of what I normally work. And you know, but it's also, I like to look at, you know, the positives and things. Like it made me step out of like my comfort zone, and, you know, I've been doing other things, you know. So it's kind of been just taking advantage of the time, man. You know, it could always be worse. You know, I'm trying to stay as safe as possible, but it's allowed me to be creative in other ways. So you know, thankfully, again, I have more work than I could handle, thankfully. So the work's there, it's not going to go anywhere, you know what I mean? So I'm not really like stressing on the work part of it, but it definitely has slowed things down. I had plans of actually opening up a shop in LA. You know, I was thinking about, I'm always out here, or shit, I forgot I'm in OC, but, you know, I'm always out in LA. So it was like, okay, it'd probably be easier for artists to pull up and stuff too in LA to make the Orange County drive, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, I could have I could have 2 shops, and I could kind of be back and forth. So I was looking into possibly expanding and opening up another shop, but with COVID, it's like, it's hard to plan. So everything's kind of just on hold, and I'm kind of just focusing on my craft, my art right now. So
it's like that sweet spot where like you got your thing going on, you know. So it's not like you have to like start it, but it's like now you get to really build and scale up, so that when everything opens up, you're not going back to the same thing you were doing. You know, you use this time to like, okay, bet I got all my plans ready. Shit opens up, I got my second shop. You know, that's the way to do that shit.
Yeah, I'm already planning for some stuff too, man. So for sure, I already know when we open, it's gonna be crazy, man. So
yeah, what's the future of Pachuco for you?
The shop itself, or
just in general, your whole brand, your whole everything?
I mean, I just want to definitely expanding. You know, I'd like to have, you know, different locations. Have, you know, different guest artists come on board. But for me, like, you know, my vision is to, you know, I've been focusing on like trying to, you know, kill it at home, kill it in California, kill it locally, and then take it to, you know. So for me, where is it going? It's going nationwide, and then it's gonna go worldwide. You know what I mean? So I definitely, like, again, I'm inspired by Mr. Cartoon. He was one of the first that started like tattoo tours. You know what I mean? So like an artist would, you know, like an artist tour. So that's definitely the vision, man. I want to travel the world. I can take my work. You can take your work. We can take our work wherever we want. That's amazing, and I'm so thankful for that. So the vision definitely is travel the world, man. You know, that's really the vision, and that's also part of like some projects that I'm working on too. You know, so it's definitely like it's all in the works, man. It's just a matter of time. So
have you ever seen a tattoo that you did and not recognize the person first, but recognize the tattoo, like just walk in and be like,
yeah, a lot of people that it is, bro. Like, and I'm usually really good with faces, but that has happened where, like, even today, for example, I didn't really remember the person because it was so long ago, like 10 years, you know, 10 years ago that I tattooed him. But I seen the tattoo and boom, it took me right back to that, and oh yeah, I remember right away. So that's very common. That happens all the time.
That's fire.
So
it's kind of like a nostalgia.
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
It's like a song you hear it and you're like, damn, I remember exactly where I was. How would you say your style has evolved? What would you say your style is?
Bro, like, I'm trained to like do anything that walks in my door, you know. But now, like, my style now is like I do a lot of black and gray. I do a lot of lettering. So a lot of people, if you notice, like, it's a lot of like black and gray and red theme. You know, I do a lot of animals. Working with like NBA players and stuff like that. I've been doing a lot of like crazy aggressive like lettering, you know, with like a combination with like, you know, some sort of like beast, you know, plus also a lot of religious work, you know what I mean? I've done a lot of religious work on people. So the doves, the stairway to heaven, you know, what is it, Greek mythology type stuff. Like, I love all that, man. But you know, that's kind of my style now. A lot of people that's kind of the work that a lot of people see me for. But I can do anything, bro. You know, I can do fine line sort of thing. You know, I could do color. I just did a full, you know, color Beauty and the Beast, you know. So I can do really almost anything, you know. So try to be versatile with the art. So
I remember when I was like not first tapping in, but I remember watching a lot of you did a lot of work with the Ball family, right?
Yes.
That stuff was cool. Those pieces are sick.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, they got a lot of the religious work, bro. Like Jello, I just seen Jello last week, bro, and he's so blasted. He's got so much work, man. That dude sits for hours. But yeah, man, that was like a cool opportunity, man. I knew, but I didn't realize like how, you know, bro, basketball alone reaches so many people, not just a lot of people, but all walks of life. You know what I mean? Because like, I feel like, you know, for example, tattooing like a rapper, like it's, you know, a lot of people that listen to hip hop, you know, they'll kind of know who a rapper is, but I feel like most people show me love like on the NBA stuff, you know what I mean? So it's all walks of life, you know? So it's just different audiences, bro. And like I was telling you earlier, like I'm trying to work on all different types of people, you know, being Mexican American, I speak Spanish. So, you know, I've been tapping in with like Spanish artists, you know, corridos right now. It's like a genre, bro. It's really popular, and it's like Americanized too. It's got like American influence now. So it's just, so for the people that don't know, a corrido like back in the day, bro, was like, it's a story that you tell in a song. It's usually a band that will play a song about like an infamous like narco like mega drug lord dealer, and it's straight trap shit. Like they're talking about, you know, like women, drugs, like cutting dudes' heads off and shit. Like it's crazy story. Shit. Yeah, but it's so fast forward to 2020 now, like it's transitioned into, you know, now it's like almost like, bro, like they look like rappers now. So there's a big American influence on the music now. So, but what I'm getting into is like I'm trying to work on everybody, bro, not just rappers, you know. It's all walks of life. So
yeah, well, give me one of your best tattoo or favorite tattoo story.
Favorite tattoo story, let's see here, man, because there's been crazy stories, there's been fun stories, but I mean, let's talk about the 6ix9ine session, bro, like because a lot of people don't know like what really went down, you know, what was on there, you know. So I was kind of on his stuff, like, you know, pretty early on. So, you know, for me, bro, like, you know, 6ix9ine, him being Mexican American, you know, for me, like that was cool, you know. That was like the appeal to me in the beginning, you know what I mean? So especially like when he came out with Gummo, he had the Mexican flag, like, again, for me, like, okay, he's rapping, like I thought that was really cool. So I was reaching out to him for a long time. I would hit him up, bro. I used to hit him up when he had like 80K on IG.
Yeah,
you know,
back when he was doing his like European
bro,
shit, right?
exactly. And I never got a hit back, which is cool. You know what I mean? Never got a hit back. So I ended up linking with Trife Drew and William Asher. You know, they're part of his team.
Shout out to them,
Figure
man.
Eight. Yeah,
man,
you know?
I love them.
Hell yeah. So I ended up linking up with them. They're out here in LA, you know. So linked up with them first, and then you know, I remember I sent like 6ix9ine a gift, this hand, and that's kind of, I feel like, how the connection like first started. You know what I mean? So I first met his people, and then time goes by. He's getting bigger and bigger, and so finally in November, I believe it was November 2017. I know he's out here. That's another thing I keep and try to be aware of too when people are in town, especially the observatory that's right by my shop. So I'm aware of who's coming in. That's why I know who to hit up and be in contact with, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's also those types of things that I'm aware of. So I knew he was coming into town. It was like his first, I think, show in California. It happened to be in Orange County.
Fire.
And
was it at the observatory?
It was actually at the observatory. Yes,
bro, that is the most insane venue.
It is, bro.
Every show I've gone there is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, I love the observatory, man. And there's two. You know, there's one in San Diego too.
Oh, really?
So there's two. Yeah, I think it's the same owner too. Just but it is two venues. So you know, I remember it was Thursday. I was supposed to tattoo Guap Dad. That, do you know Guap Dad 4000? I still haven't tattooed him, bro, but I love his music. You know, I was supposed to tattoo him that day, and then something happened. It canceled, and we had to reschedule. I think he had a shoot or something. But anyways, I was supposed to go to this concert. I had pulled out. I sold my ticket, bro. I sold my 6ix9ine ticket. I had bought it in advance when it first came out. I was going up just as a fan, you know, to experience the show.
Yeah.
So something told me like, just go, you know. So I ended up going to the show. I had a great experience there. I didn't get to meet him or anything, bro. Security, you know how security is, right?
Yeah, crazy.
Usually at the observatory, low key, like you could kind of finesse your way into some shit.
I've done it a couple times.
I've done it, you know what I mean? 100%. I've finessed myself and all kinds of stuff like that too, you know. So like, but that night you couldn't, bro. You couldn't. I'll tell you right now, it was the hardest. Like you could not. So you know, my perspective was like, I went as a fan. I tried to meet him, didn't happen. Drew wasn't here. I'm thinking, okay, I might hit Drew. Maybe we could link up somehow. Drew wasn't out here. I think I remember hitting him up. Didn't happen. So you know, it's all good. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. Went out as a fan. Friday comes around, and I just want to share something too about the power of like manifesting things. Right? I had never talked to 6ix9ine at all. Like I would hit him up. Like I remember he had posted the gift that I gave him. He tagged me. That was like it. You know.
Yeah.
So anyways, like. I'm thinking, okay, you know, the opportunity didn't happen. It's cool. I'll catch it next time, you know. But Friday, right? So I'm driving. I'm still hyped from the concert. You know, I've never lost my voice. I lost my voice that night, you know. So I'm driving on my way to the shop, bro, and I'm super tired. And I'll just share something real quick, you know, bro. I remember I'm listening to his music. I turn it down, bro, and at the top of my lungs while I'm driving on the freeway, I yelled at the top of my lungs, I'm gonna tattoo 6ix9ine. And I really, like, with all my heart and soul, like I yelled it, you know. So that happens. I go to work. It's regular. Sunday comes around. I think I just get this feeling like, all right, just check in. Boom. I send him a DM, bro. He hits me back like that. Like,
I got the chills when you said that. You yelled it because I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's like, You can't. It's one of those things where it's like you literally tap into the future and say, this is what's gonna happen.
Hell yeah, it's all energy and vibrations, man. You know, so. But yeah, bro, I sent him that DM, and no, but that's real though. I sent him the DM. He hits me back right away. He asked me for my number, bro. He calls me right away. You know, everything just happened so fast. You know, I see the New York number. I answer. I'm like, hello. He's like, hey, what's up, man? It's 6ix9ine. You know, literally just like that. You know, and he wanted me to pull up that day. And to be honest, that day I couldn't, man. You know, I couldn't. As much as I, you know, like would drop anything, I really could not. So we scheduled it for Monday. That doesn't happen. And I'm thinking,
how did that feel when it didn't happen?
Oh, it just sucked, bro. Because let me tell you, like, I knew for this one, like, bro, I packed up all my shit. Like, I literally drove in LA and I was just sitting ready, bro. I canceled my appointment. Like, I'm sitting there ready, like, to work. Like, it was like, I was so stoked on it that I was like, just wanted to be in the area, just be ready for that text. Like, absolutely. I got that. So I was ready for it, bro. It didn't happen. Like, I remember that drive back home. It was like, my brother was with me too. And it was just that quiet drive back. We were out in LA. We just fucked around all day waiting for the call and it just didn't happen, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, it could be discouraging, you know, but like, nah, bro, it was a bummer, but it is what it is. You know, another thing I've learned is don't take things personal. You know what I mean? So I didn't take anything personal, you know? I didn't take anything personal. Went back. I'm tattooing Wednesday, right? I'm about to start my client. Literally did like a single line. Who was calling me? I had already saved his numbers. Takashi 6ix9ine, you know? And my boy Mike was next to me. He's got a 6ix9ine tat, you know?
Oh, shit.
So my boy's looking at me and I showed it to him. I'm like, bro, you know, I'm literally about to start. Like in my thought, bro, like I was literally about to start the tattoo. I wasn't gonna quit. Like I wasn't gonna quit the tattoo. I didn't even answer it, bro. And my boy Mike was like, answer that shit. Like answer that, you know? So I'm like, you know what? You're right. You know, like of course I was gonna do it. So I told my client, hey, is a regular client. Shout out to her, you know? I'm like, okay, I'll be right out, you know? So took the call. And then it was like, okay, you know, he's like, can you come out tonight? And I told him, bro, I couldn't get out there, but is it for sure? And he's like, yes. Yeah, like, it's running. He's like, bring extra numbing cream. I remember him telling me that, you know? So I pack up all my shit. We're on the drive and I'm excited, bro. I'm excited to finally do this, you know? So I get there and I remember, it was like LA Hills and I pull up at the end of the cul-de-sac. I can see the house on the right, but on to my left, bro, was like squad cars, you know, like SWAT type, like, you know, box type vehicles, bro. And there was like people suited up. I don't know what kind of, you know, police or whatever they were, but they looked, you know what I mean? Dangerous. Yeah, real deal for sure. And I remember when we pulled up, like real slow trying to get in there, like, bro, they all stepped out, like they were holding, like it was that high security, you know? And then I was like, oh, I'm the tattoo artist, you know? And then I remember one of the cops was like, oh, it's Cartoon, he's here. So like, bro, I remember that got me excited. That's my idol, you know? I was like, oh shit, you know? And so, you know, it was cool. So anyways, like, everybody, like, you could tell everybody got relaxed and I was like, all right, cool. But bro, when I tell you there was security, bro, security at the gate, security at the door, security at the end the stairs, there was security, at least security at all times. They lead me up to the stairs, and I'm sorry the story's taking so long, you know?
Like, I literally
yeah. But bro, my personal experience there, like, to be honest, like, he was super chill, bro. Like, he was struggling. Like, I did a few face tattoos on him that night, and the funny thing is I forgot the numbing cream, man. I forgot the numbing cream. The one thing he asked me for, I remember asking Mike, I'm like, oh, put the cream on him. I was having him set up, you know, and he's like telling me low key, like, I forgot. I was like, fuck. And I remember thinking, I'm not gonna tell him that I forgot the cream.
Get the Vaseline.
That's exactly what I finessed, bro. You know, I finessed it. I made it seem like I had the numbing cream, and yeah, he was struggling on it, bro. He was struggling on it the whole time. In the beginning, I remember at one point he got up and he looked in the mirror. I was doing the lettering, the Brooklyn lettering, and it was just like nice, clean font. And then he looked in the mirror and he looked at me. He's like, I don't like it, you know, and that freaked me out, bro. I was like, oh, shit. Inside, I was like, I cannot leave with him not liking his tattoo.
Yeah.
So after communicating with him, I ended up figuring out, bro, trip out. A lot of people don't know, but certain people, they like tattoos to look a certain way, especially people with like money, bro. It's almost like more appealing to have, like, you know what I mean, imperfect tattoos, right? Like, doesn't Ian Connor, like, he's like even tweeted like shitty tattoos and like, you know, designer or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like a certain look. So like, for example, I remember him telling me like he wanted like this shading here, like, you know, kind of like imperfect lines. Like, he wanted me to look not as clean, and I understood what he wanted, so I kind of just, you know, did those like little imperfections on it. So that was the look that he wanted, you know what I mean? So after that, he was actually happy with it. So yeah, he was happy with it, and he let us take the pictures. I tattooed both girls that day too, you know. I didn't know who they were, you know, but I tattooed both of them that day. I'll tell you something, like, bro, the next day he texts me. I still have that text, you know, but he texts me and he's like, hey man, I just want to thank you so much for you know, coming out last night. He's like, I apologize if I came off rude, I was just in pain. So again, it showed like it was probably the biggest artist I tattooed at that time, and he was like one of the few that actually again said thank you, you know what I mean? So I thought that was really cool, man. My personal experience with him, bro, like, I don't have anything bad to say, you know. Like, my personal experience was cool, bro. He was a real person with me, and it was real, man. It was real for sure.
That's what, like, bro, like, I'm the type of person, bro, I don't really give a fuck what's going on, what everyone's like opinion is, you know. It's like, bro, if you're gonna keep it real, cool. Like, if you got some shit going on, deal with your shit, but as long as it has nothing to do with me, it doesn't, man. And I think it should be like that, because that's where you get shit fucked up, you know. That could be something that completely changes your life, you know, and not even in that direction, but just gives you the opportunity to get, you know.
Definitely.
And like, that goes back to that whole ego thing, like,
100%.
what are people gonna, fuck that shit,
exactly, man. I feel like, yeah, definitely, once you stop thinking like that, things start changing for you, man. You know, it's okay. Your logo too, it's like when you stop seeking approval, because that's what I was doing too in the tattoo industry, bro. I was trying to roll with all the biggest tattoo brands out there, the biggest. I wanted to be in the in crowd, bro, straight up. I wanted to be in the in crowd. I wanted to be in that circle, you know. But it's like, when I stopped seeking approval from like the in crowd of the industry, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna focus on myself, build my own shit, my own lane. And it's like, when I stopped seeking that approval is like when things actually started, you know what I mean, like working in my favor, man. You know, it really is like that. So that's
what the whole brand is about,
bro,
man. Just
I get it.
Embracing that point of like not being accepted and being like, this is exactly what I needed.
So I was just gonna say that sometimes we need that, man.
Yeah, because for me, that's what it was, man. I tried so hard to like just get in and just like get on, and I was like, all right, fuck this shit.
Oh yeah,
we're starting from scratch.
Definitely, bro. I just want to like, I'm, you know, because I've done a few interviews, but I just kind of like want to put it out there too, bro. Like, you know, with my shop too, aside from like the celebrity stuff, you know, throughout the years, like we've gotten actually awards, like voted best tattoo shop in Orange County like 5 years in a row. Like I have plaques and stuff too, you know. So I feel like I've never like really mentioned that, but bro, like recognition, like, you know, through like the, you know, the newspapers and like locally Orange County, like we did get a lot of love, man, throughout the years, you know. So I did build.
What's it like tattooing in the city? Like, do you have people that have been coming back for like 10 years just building
definitely
up their pieces and shit?
Yeah, bro. I tattoo people that I used to tattoo from back in the day in the house. You know, again, they're more than clients, bro. I have more. They're really like, they're my people. You know what I mean? My clients are my people. Clients are my friends. You know. So yeah, it's just So, and I tattoo all walks of life too. You know, I always joke like one day I'll be tattooing a cop, the next day I'm tattooing a cholo, the next day I'm tattooing a soccer mom. You know, the next day I'm tattooing a rapper. You know, it could be anything. You know, and that's what I want, bro. You know, I love like I really enjoy like, bro, conversating. This is real organic and natural. Like I love this, man. I love meeting new people. I genuinely love good conversation. So for me, tattooing, bro, like that's one of the pluses for me, is like I get to meet all these walks of life, hear people's stories, and I just enjoy the genuine conversations, you know. So
has there ever been a tattoo that has like maybe like conflicted what you believe, or like, you know, has like not been something you wanted to tattoo that you battle yourself on, just like, man, do I want to do this? Or has there ever been one like that?
Not necessarily like on morals sort of. I think it's more like not necessarily on that, to be honest. Thankfully I haven't been approached with anything like that. Like no, I wouldn't do like no racist tattoos or anything like that. You know what I mean? Or anything that would like, you know, you know, I don't know, like how do I say, disrespect like religion or anything like that. I wouldn't do anything like that, you know. But thankfully I haven't been in that position. I feel like I've been in positions where people want to get tattoos in areas where I have to talk about. I just talked this like newly 18-year-old kid from getting his first tattoo on his hand, and I convinced him to move it on his forearm. So things like that, you know, that does happen, you know. And of course, you know, these kids, bro, they approach me and they're like, they want to get a face tat, they want to get this visible tattoo, and I get it. A lot of people are in that like the Travis Barker mentality is, I'm gonna get all these tattoos, so I have no choice but to make it. And I get that, you know, because you're going all or nothing. But at the same time too, you know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, taking your time on things too. So I just felt another thing I've learned too is going with my gut instinct, right? Listening to that, bro. Listen to your gut instinct. 100%. We all have that for a reason. Certain people's, you know, gut instinct is stronger than others, but pay attention to that. We have that for a reason, bro.
I saw I think a TikTok yesterday, and it was like some dude, he was like, it was kind of deep, so I don't even know if I'll be able to say it right, but he was saying like, that gut feeling that you feel. He's like, you got your present self that we are when we're here. We got our past, that's who we used to be, and then the future, like who we're gonna be. And he said that gut feeling is like your future self trying to let you know which one is, you know, what to do. Okay. And so when you feel that gut feeling, you know, you just gotta rock with it.
For sure.
It's clearly there for a reason.
100%.
So I just thought that was cool. I saw it on TikTok yesterday.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Yeah, that's a cool perspective, man. But yeah, just listen to your gut instinct, man. And I felt that at that session. So I definitely follow that a lot, man. But thankfully, no, I don't get approached with a lot of, you know, crazy tattoos. Bro, I do want to talk about like, cause like that's something I'm gonna be pushing on. The only reason I haven't been doing it is because of COVID. But okay, so I've heard different, you know, tattoo artists, bro. There's how many tattoo artists, especially in Southern California? They're everybody knows. Exactly. Everybody knows somebody that tattoos. So, you know, I started doing these things where like I tattoo in random places, you know? So, you know, I kind of wanted to touch on that. You know, a lot of people don't know, like I snuck in my way into like Disneyland. I did a tattoo at Disneyland, you know, a Lakers tattoo. It goes with the theme. So, you know, it was like a Mickey silhouette at Disneyland. I
saw the Gucci one. I saw it on World Star, actually.
It was on World Star, you know? So it's like, you know, I'm trying to do that's like a Banksy magician type thing, you know? And it's just, and I have fun with it. So those are fun things that I do. And I feel like those things kind of have been like separating me from like a lot of artists. I don't really see a lot of people doing that, but that is like something that I'm planning for. Oh, bro, I got this cool one. I'll tell you after, man. I'll tell you after. But you know, just, you know, a lot of people enjoy those types of things. A lot of tattooers aren't you know, doing these sorts of like videos, because I feel like in anything, right? Not even the tattoo artist, bro. Anything, whatever you do, bro, it's not enough to just be talented and put out, you know, great work, great content.
Not anymore, not 2020.
Hell no, bro. Hell no. I've worked with amazing artists, bro, that can, you know, fucking kill me in tattooing, and they have a fraction of the work. You know what I mean? So it's not enough to just do good work. You know, that's like the old school way. You know, you have to do more, man. You have to do more. Of course. So that's kind of where I'm at. Is like what separates me from the rest, and I'll at the same time, it's fun for me, man. So
that's fire. What advice would you give to a young tattooer like yourself? You know,
stay hungry. You know, keep it pushing. take advantage of the internet. Too many new tattoo art, unless you're booked to the max and you know what I mean, you have so much work that you can't handle. Like, you should be I don't want to hear like that you're complaining that you don't have work. Like, there's always something to be done, word of mouth is still very powerful, so definitely don't ignore that either. Word of mouth, I was the guy that I always carried business cards with me. I talked everywhere I went. Now that's opposite. I don't even want to talk like tattoos or anything outside now, but in the past, like, you just have to stay hungry, and not to say that I don't stay hungry, because I'm still working like I haven't done shit, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's another thing.
That's a big part of it.
100%. It's staying hungry, because a lot of people lose, again, not just for tattooers, for everybody, even, music artists, everybody, bro. You can't lose like what put you on in the first place. That same hunger, bro. Too many people, they get comfortable and they just, so stay hungry, stay focused. Who cares what other people say? And I talk a lot about putting 10,000 hours in. Get your fucking hours in. It'll pay off sooner or later. So.
Well, shit. With that being said, man, we're gonna wrap this up. I think this is definitely the most like game packed into one fucking podcast. So I love that shit.
No, I appreciate you, man.
But man, appreciate you coming on the fucking show today.
Hey, thank you so
much. We're about to crack this Henny open because we didn't, because we forgot, but we're about to do that shit right now.
Hey, man, and shout out to Denied Approval, man. The fucking next biggest thing, man.
Hey, man, we got it right here.
That's right.
He did this tattoo, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to you, man. All right, peace.
Hey, have a good one.